What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about how to remain um very composed and how to not lose yourself and how to remain mentally strong and disciplined if you're single and if you're not getting any action, if you're not dating around, or if you can't find a woman near your area, if you live in a certain hometown, or if you work at a certain career, or if you're just doing something where you're really busy, where you don't have time to date around, or it's so hard to date your ideal partner or to date someone you're attracted to. This video could apply for male or female, but this video is more so gonna be about people who are single for a long time, or you just can't seem to attract a partner, and just stuff like that. So first off, you have to look at the spiritual sides of it. So I'm not saying I'm right, but I like to view things a lot from a spiritual perspective. So when I was learning about spirituality, what someone mentioned, and I'm not gonna mention all the details because it's a lot to explain, but basically they said usually if you're single or if you're not dating around for a certain amount of time, it's either God's protections or either because you're doing very important things. And no, I'm not saying if you're taking or if you are in a relationship, if you're married or something, you're not doing important things. Yes, you are doing important things, just in different ways. Same thing applies for a single. It doesn't matter if you're single or if you're taken, you're still doing great things, but God will protect you or kind of block your desires in a way where it's going to work in your benefit. So the same way a person's single and God kind of protects that person from not being around romantic partners, even though the person desires it out of protection, so this person can focus on themselves. That could be the same way as someone who's married, taken, and God could be blocking something else. God could be blocking maybe friends from being in their life, so God won't let them be around fake people, or just so that they can focus on their shit. It's just something like that. You know what I'm saying? But again, this video is gonna be about people who are single. So what I've learned from spirituality, I've heard that usually when you're isolated, when you're alone, is because God's protecting you from people, because most people aren't at your level, or if you're vibrating high, then it's gonna be harder to attract someone that's actually at your level. I've heard that you're pretty much meant to do a lot of great important things, so God can't really put you around people who are distractions pretty much, and you're meant to learn how to love yourself or learn how to become more independent. Even though you are compared to the average person, you could be fully healed, and a lot of people could be more codependent than you, but because you have a greater spiritual mission, or you're a tougher spirit, or you're meant for very spiritual great things, and you have a spiritual life mission, God is still going to force you to kind of love yourself, to be independent and to be single to the max, and once you're able to get used to it, or to merge with these energies, you'll be unstoppable pretty much. And that's how much your spiritual mission, your life purpose requires you. That's how strong it requires you to be, because maybe your life mission and your spiritual destination is meant to deal with life-changing shit and dealing with a lot of people. So God wants to kind of break you down to build you back up. Usually people, this is why it's so hard when you're single, and then you tend to break down. I struggle with this too. I feel like it's not fair. I feel like my blessings are being blocked, or some type of karma. It could be that, but it's more so, I personally really believe it's more so because of God's protection, because you're meant for great things. So God wants to kind of toughen you up pretty much. As hard as that may sound, it's easier said than done. So that's spiritual sides of it. And you can also look at spiritual protection. Now how to overcome it from a human perspective. You really have to figure out the things you enjoy doing. But without a doubt, you don't have to. Well, yeah, you have to do a lot of soul searching so you can be occupied, because there are things out there that's for you, and you just got to find it. You know what I'm saying? I understand everyone's different, but I'm sure there are things people enjoy doing. It took me a long time to figure it out. I'm almost getting there. I'm just taking action, and so you got to do a lot of soul searching. You got to do the healing work, the shadow work. But the main priority should definitely be fitness. Definitely run a lot, do a lot of cardio, and lift weights, build up your body. Fitness is extremely important, regardless of whether if you find your purpose or not, or find your passions or not. Fitness should be the number one priority. Eating healthy, and along with full body, you always do a lot of yoga stretches if you want to. Do a lot of meditation, so be more in tune with your body, because the more you meditate, the more you do a lot of Qigong breath work, you're gonna be more tapped in with yourself. You're gonna be more in tune with yourself, and you're gonna know what you like, what you don't like, and your intuition is gonna increase. So don't underestimate that. If you want to learn more about meditation, Qigong, breath work, yoga, check out Chauncey channel. He goes into detail about it. Chauncey channel. He has like about 3 channels, and he talks about it. And he does examples like Qigong and yoga exercises and examples. But yoga, it's full body stretches, and he mentioned that like it releases a lot of tension, stress, and blockages from the human body. So especially if you're alone, and he also, like, the more you do it, you can actually release a lot of like sexual tension as well, especially when you work out, when you run, when you do a lot of stretching, you're releasing that tension. Because if you're not doing that, then if you're holding, especially if you're doing like similar tension, you're gonna feel more sexual. You're gonna be more horny, you're gonna be more turned on. So in order for you to cope through that, to like release those feelings instead of like jacking off, is excuse my language, you could go to the gym, you could run, you could stretch and shit like that. And don't half-ass it. Do it hard, so those urges won't be there as much, you know what I'm saying? And along with eating healthy, make sure you get your sleep, your rest, and again, meditation. So fitness is the number one goal. Don't forget to improve your mental health as well. That's very important. You can check out New My Friend's channel. She talks about mental health. There's a lot of other channels. Just type in shadow work, how to heal codependency and trauma and stuff like that. There's a lot of information out there. You just gotta find what works best for you. But also, it's always important to do a lot of soul searching. Try new things. If you feel kind of depressed or just angry with life, then use those energies to not self-destruct, but you can use those same energies to really skyrocket your success and to take you far in life by using those aggression, the sadness, the depression, those type of emotions to make you get off your comfort zone to try new things. Like, let's say if you're a shy person, then use that anger, use that rage, frustration, use that depression to make you not be shy and to do public speaking or to meet new people, to go to parties and socialize and stuff like that. Talk to people you're attracted to, asking out on dates and stuff like that, or use those emotions to take courage to take action and to start your career, or to follow a new life path, or to travel and to do something that you're very scared of but you always wanted to do. You can use those emotions to your advantage instead of self-destructing. Work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? Because the same way, because people, they have strong emotions, but unfortunately some people use those emotions for the wrong things, and that's how they end up in prison, that's how they end up in jail, that's how they mess up their lives. Instead, you can use it to opposite and use it in a way where you can better yourself, better other people, inspire people, and create more success for yourself. You can also use those emotions and these anger, those aggressions, to do the healing work, you know what I'm saying? So you won't feel, these emotions won't control you as much, you know what I'm saying? You can also project those emotions to propel you for success, So that's all I got to say. It's a quick video, but basically just look at things from a spiritual perspective. Just look at it as God's protection. You're meant for great things. So God is kind of forcing you to focus on yourself because you have a greater, more powerful spiritual mission. So you're going to have to become even greater version of yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but don't forget, if you desire a relationship, if you know there's someone out there for you, or it's even dead around, just know it's for you. It may take some time because you're doing a lot of spiritual great things in the process, but you will get those things. It's bound to happen. If it's in your heart's desires, you will get it. Even New My Friend talked about this, and she's right. Whatever's in your heart desires, you will get it. And just like what Chauncey said as well, and by the time you get it, you probably won't even give a fuck about it no more. That's how usually manifestation works and life works pretty much. So either way, it's a win-win situation. Also, so look at God's protection and do a lot of soul searching, do the healing work, focus on health and fitness and stuff like that, eat healthy, and figure out what you like and don't like, and use those emotions to the best of your ability and to not use it to self-destruct. You know what I'm saying? And just know that you're not alone. Just know that you're not the only person experiencing this. Just know that a lot of people also experience not being around like-minded people, or to date around romantic partners and that they are attracted to. There are a lot of people who are touch-starved and sexually frustrated. You're not alone, but just use it as motivation to better yourself. And I know it's easier said than done because the human body naturally craves a lot of physical touch and intimacy, and because as human beings we're social creatures, but we're also meant here. Human beings are here to reproduce, so it makes sense that human beings require sexual intimacy and physical intimacy and social intimacy. So just know that it's not natural for the human body to not beat around, to not date around like that. You know what I'm saying? But you can trick the human body pretty much. And just know that it's a spiritual thing. So you're meant for great things. You know what I'm saying? And you will get those things tenfold. You just got to put in the work and do what you got to do. And unfortunately, you just got to rely on divine timing. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is, because we don't have free will like that. You just got to rely on God's timing. But you will get it either way. And what doesn't kill you make you stronger. And tougher spirits go through tougher life situations. Like, God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I gotta say. And have a good one. And I hope this video helps. And take care. Peace.